What's up, YouTube? I'm Z, and this channel shows you the world through my lens. Um, I've just started doing reaction videos. If you haven't caught my first two reactions, I reacted to The Weeknd, Nothing Is Lost, a song he did for Avatar. I also reacted to Quavo, Without You. That was a recommendation from a friend. Good song, sad song. Definitely check that out. But over here, we're going to be reacting to Central C. Hang on, what is this called? Central C, Let Go. So Central C, I've heard two things from him. I heard, I think it was I think it was a remix to an Ed Sheeran song, or maybe it was a plugged in with Fumes with like a version of Ed Sheeran. I don't know. There was some variation of an Ed Sheeran song that I heard him on. And then I heard his LA Leakers freestyle, which was really cool. He did the whole like translation of lingo. So, he took how we may say things in the States or in Canada or like North America, and then the version in the UK and like how they say it. So I think it was really cool. I think it was a smart move to bridge listeners, because one thing I will say about listening to UK rap, there's a bunch of it that I do listen to. And if you guys want to see me react to more UK rap, let me know. But there's a bunch of it that I listen to, and I think first hurdle sometimes is the accent, because obviously it sounds different than what we may be used to. Once you get past that hurdle and you actually understand the words that are being said, then there's a lost in translation because the terminology is different or whatever. Anyways, maybe some of that's going to happen here with this song. I haven't heard this yet. I wanted to watch some of my favorite reactors react to it, but now that I have a reaction channel, I got to make sure I react to it first and then I can go watch. So it gives me motivation to get my videos done. That way I can go and watch some of my favorite channels and see what they thought and what maybe they catch. So anyways, I am going to go ahead and get started. I do pause just to talk about things that I like. Now we're getting more into hip hop, so I'll probably pause also to talk about lyrics that I like. This is not a breakdown channel necessarily. If you're looking for someone to catch all the bars, that's not going to be me. I just don't think I would do as good of a job as some of the people who are really good at it. So if you want that, you can go watch Knox Hill maybe. I know he catches almost every single bar in every single song that he listens to. So that's a good channel to go check out. But all right, let's get into it.
When it's burning low, only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you love her when you let her go. Alright, only know you've been high when you're feeling low. Only hate the roads where you're missing home. Only know you love her when you let her go. You said that pussy man, so why'd you let it go? You're such a hoe. I loved you until you tried getting my head, and that's where I lost.
That's a good. Good. That's an interesting flip. Obviously this is. There's a lot of songs very recently, like the last couple months, that are basically remakes. Like, I know there's a lot of sampling, but it's basically just remakes or completely reusing like entire parts. Like there's the variation of I'm Blue that just came out. There's The Weeknd just did one. I think it's with 21 Savage. Anyways, that was a funny flip at the end there. What did he say? Yeah, and then right here,
such a hoe.
You're such a hoe.
I loved you until you tried getting my head, and that's where I lost respect. You're doing the most to get my attention, baby. I'm not impressed.
One more thing, and then I won't pause. I'll listen to some of this as we go through. This is a smart thing that I think they did this on the LA Leakers as well. So I think it's really smart because the accent can be a hurdle. Like within British accents, there's so many variations, right? There's what we associate as a British accent, which is like the very posh, you see it in movies, like clean, fancy accent. But there's more than that. Just like in the States, like you have a Southern accent, you have a Northern accent, you have a Midwest accent, you have a West Coast accent, whatever. Accents sound different. So, depending on where you are from the UK, your accent's going to sound different, right? And some of these guys are a little bit harder to understand. Like, I'm going to point out another UK artist that I listened to, H. When I first started listening to him, I found him really difficult to understand because the accent. But the more you listen, the more you get accustomed to it. But this is really smart that they put the lyrics at the bottom, so any new listeners aren't going to have as much of that hurdle, right? All right, let's go.
You said that pussy man, so why'd you let it go? It's such a hole. I loved you until you tried to get in my head, and that's where I lost respect. You're doing the most to get my attention, baby, I'm not impressed. I changed my bed sheets, but I still smell your flesh. I don't know how we got in this mess. I rarely get this in depth. This can't make me question love. This can't make me feel like less of a man, cause I'm feeling depressed and stuff. Can't believe I was willing to drop everyone and invest in us. The last time that we fucked was fucked. The way you got up, got dressed and cut. Look, I thought that we could have been. Maybe I was too optimistic. Tell me what you need, I provide everything. Baby, you don't know what you're missing. Our chemistry part like quantum physics. Feeling your energy, feeling your spirit. If this is the end, I need one more visit. It's showing me love, but I still feel empty. I need something a lot more fulfilling. Move out of London town, then move to a rural village. You made me delete that, pick up my phone, but I close my eyes, still see that image. Won't chase it, my heart ain't in it, it's finished. Too far gone, can't fix it, bitch, this damage is done. When it's burning low.
That's cool. I think there's parts in here. Let me see. It's interesting because it's like it's his take. Obviously he's a drill rapper, and this is gonna be a funny comparison, I think. But this makes me think of, when people are so quintessentially known for a specific genre of music, and then obviously like if he's putting out an album and he's signed to a record label, I know a lot of artists nowadays are trying to do it independent. That way they have more control over what they do. But if you're trying to put music through a record label, you need the radio hits. You need something that's going to be playable everywhere, right? Because you want that exposure. So that's what this is. But, it's interesting because like some of the things that he's saying, like he wants to change his bed sheets so he doesn't smell her anymore. But it's funny because he used the word flesh, which is a very interesting word to use when you're talking about that. But and then at the end he changed the pic on his phone, but I still see the image. These are all things that everyday people would relate to, and then you're getting it from a drill rapper, from a drill artist, one of the biggest names in UK drill, right? So it's funny when you see that. The comparison I was just about to talk about was I always found it really funny, Ja Rule and Murder Inc., right? And especially the fact that their group's name was Murder Inc. And some of the biggest hits, not some of the biggest hits that they put out were all stuff like this, right? Like love songs. And I just find it funny, like it's because like the juxtaposition, the oppositeness of it is funny.
It's showing me love, but I still feel empty. I need something a lot more fulfilling. Move out of London town, then move to a rural village. You made me delete that, pick up my phone, but I close my eyes, still see that image. Won't chase it, my heart ain't in it, it's finished. Too far gone, can't fix it, bitch, this damage is done. When it's burning low, only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you love her when
the visuals are funny too, though, because he's got like his whole crew with him right there.
Alright, only know you've been high when you're feeling low. Only hate the roads where
but you got to be yourself, right? So if this is how you do things, then it's sincere.
Such a hole. I called 4 times on a private call, I feel like a creep. I know there's plenty of fish in the sea, but I fuck those girls, got you in my mind. When you fuck those guys, do you wish they were me? Turn them around and I put them in doggy. I don't even fuck them in missionary. There's no intimacy, and additionally, it's obligatory when I fuck them.
So, this is taking a turn, and it's funny. You look at, I think this this bar right here shows like replay value or like viewership or whatever. It shows like the the little gray area on top of the red bar. When I was listening to somebody else react to a previous song from him or a previous something from him, the reactor said something about like, oh, he's like, I can't think of the right word, but for the sake of trying to continue the train of thought, let's say raunchy. And you're definitely seeing that side in this second verse. Like, it's very, very explicit, very descriptive of, of what's happening here. So let's, hey man, you called 4 times on a private caller, you're feeling like a creep. That's kind of creepy. That's a kind of a creepy thing to do. So you should feel like a creep on that one.
I feel like a creep. I know there's plenty of fish in the sea, but I fuck those girls, got you in my mind. When you fuck those guys, do you wish they were me? Turn them around and I put them in doggy. I don't even fuck them in missionary. There's no intimacy, and additionally it's obligatory when I fuck that up for. I don't even take my socks off, and I don't even know why I did it. As soon as I'm finished, I'm getting them dropped off. And what makes it worse, I know that she's telling her friends that I chopped off. I don't know what you're doing, we're not together. It's driving me mad cause I can't even stop you. Tapped in your bank details and sent you a bag of rich. That bitch unblock me, make it quick, can you do that promptly? If you won't give me your love for free, I'll buy it. Just tell me I sent you a bag of rich. That bitch unblock me, make it quick, can you do? Tapped in your bank details and sent you a bag of rich. That bitch unblock me, make it.
It's so interesting. It's funny, like, so right before this, he's saying, like, he's obviously continuing to have sex with other girls, but he's explaining how there's no intimacy, so we didn't do it in missionary, we do it in doggy. That way I can't see their face. We're not face to face. I don't even take my socks off when I'm, whatever. And so in this part, he goes, send you a bag. Is that what he said? Hold on.
I don't know what you're doing. We're not together, it's driving me mad cause I can't even stop you. Tapped in your bank details and sent.
Typed in your bank details, sent you a bag. I'm rich. Like, bitch, unblock me. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, I guess you got to get creative. If you're blocked on text or calling or the social media platforms, like, you got to find some other way to do it, right? It's funny, like, I had an ex, and when I was trying to completely stop any form of communication with her, I blocked her on all these things because I just needed to stop having her reach out to me. And all of a sudden one day I wake up to an email. So you got to get creative, right? If you're getting blocked on stuff, you got to get creative. We got to respect the creativity there.
You a bag of rich, that bitch unblock me, make it quick, can you do that promptly? If you won't give me your love for free, I'll buy it. Just tell me how much it will cost me. Your new man ain't got nothing on me, fuck your annual wage, I can make that monthly. Alright. When it's burning low, only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you love her when you let her go.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it fits the theme, but like,
alright.
Don't be like that,
Only
guys.
know you've been high when you're feeling low. Only hate the roads when you're missing home. Only know you love her when you let her go. You said that pussy man, so why'd you let it go? It's such a hoe.
That's funny. I think maybe I will say just on the finish there, if I was giving advice there, I would say maybe he should have flipped it at the end, because he still ended it on "you're such a hoe," which made sense at the beginning because it was like he was gonna talk about like working through whatever he was working through, but he ended that last verse. Oh, sorry. What did I just do?
This video is sponsored by Clean My Mac. It's an all-in-one application that will help keep your Mac running.
I thought, unless I misunderstood what he was saying, I thought he was...
Quick, can you do that promptly? If you won't give me your love for free, I'll buy it. Just tell me how much it will cost me. Your new man ain't got nothing on me, fuck your annual wage, I can make that monthly.
So at the end, it's like, he's like almost pleading for her to come back, right? Like, if you won't give me your love, I'll buy it. Tell me what it'll cost me. Like, don't be like that, man. Like, if somebody doesn't want to be with you, they're not the right person. You want to be with someone that's excited to be with you. That's really important, okay? But at the end of the verse, he's trying to find a way to like get back together, but he still ends the song by saying, "Man, you're such a hoe." So I just think, like, at the end of the song, even though it was the chorus, he could have flipped the chorus. I think that was a little bit lazy. But, catchy song, like, you get it. You know why this song is coming out. It's not typical, Central C is like a drill artist. And, like, again, from my understanding, he does rap a lot about sexual stuff and women and whatever. But from what I've heard from him, which was the two things, the LA Leakers and the Ed Sheeran joint, which I don't remember which one it was. But yeah, I thought this was an enjoyable listen. I think it was funny at parts, just some of the stuff that was being said, and again, like the juxtaposition of like a drill artist, making a song that sounds like this. But it's for exposure. It's to get on the radio. It's for new people to listen and then get drawn in and listen to whatever else. I'll listen to more. I liked his LA Leakers freestyle, and I thought this was okay. This was good. Anyways, if you guys like that, let me know down below what you thought. If you agreed with me, if you disagreed with me, what parts you liked. If you want to see me react to more stuff from Central C, or if there's other recommendations, just mention them down below in the comments. I would love to get some direction on what you guys want me to listen to, and then I'll listen to it. But yeah, throw me a like if you like what you saw. And if you could subscribe, that would be amazing. If you could share my videos to other people that enjoy reaction videos, that would really help me out. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I hope you have a great day.